Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. Join me on my way to doing cardio today. So, let me give you an update. First off, we've fixed the hair. Yes, finally, the hat is now off. Yeah, definitely won't be getting highlights ever again because it makes my hair straight and not how I like it. So now we've fixed that just in time for the next competition and the most important competition ideally. But yeah, today is Saturday. We are exactly 1 week out, funny enough, guys, as I'm thinking about it right now. 1 week out from my amateur debut in men's physique at WNBF Worlds, because I'm competing on Saturday and today is Saturday. So I guess it's peak week, guys. But yeah, I'll explain everything now when I'm on the cardio machine, I guess. Let me get into the gym first. We won't be doing cardio in that gym. Dubai is changing, guys. Like, there's Face ID stuff everywhere. Like, they literally require Face ID to get in that gym now, which is the local gym for all these buildings. It's the first time hearing this, by the way. I've just literally gone in there now, and yeah, they've refused me entry. Whew. Yeah, you've got to apply for like basically like a permit to be able to go in there and stuff. Definitely changing times. Anyway, good thing is we've got access to another gym, which is, you've probably seen on the channel, UFC gym. Which I actually wanted to go to there more than that gym because they got the stepper machine. I was going to do the bike in there, but so not a problem. We're just going to short walk down to that gym and we're going to get stuck into cardio. So I'm thinking today, potentially tomorrow, because I'm planning a rest day on Sunday. I need to work out kind of my peak week strategy and everything, because I haven't really thought of that or done that. And the reason I haven't done that, guys, this time round is because I don't really want a peak week. I know that sounds crazy because, the final week before the show, you have to do a peak week, you have to change this, you have to change that. Yeah, there's certain things that we need to adjust going into the show, but the work is done, guys. You're not gonna find like something like the magic pill that's gonna present like an amazing, much better look come stage. And usually if you try to find that, it ends up going and looking worse than the outcome you actually wanted. But there is no magic pill anyway. It's basically just what your goal should be during peak week. It's quite simple. You need to reduce fatigue. And we can do that in many, many different ways and different variables. And you need to freshen up the physique by adding in carbohydrate sources, loading up your glycogen stores again, you know, backing off the intensity in terms of the output. That's basically it, guys. And you need to de-stress as much as possible. Again, by taking off the intensity of the training and the output, that's going to de-stress you. By adding in glycogen stores, by putting your body out, taking your body out of a deficit, is also going to de-stress the body. So these are all the things that you need to do. However, there is no magic pill, like I said. It's just basically doing the same things that you normally do, by tweaking things slightly in the opposite direction, and that's basically it. But the problem comes is people keep wanting to dig conditioning, they keep wanting to push for more. And more is not always more, guys, in this game. But the problem comes, it's like, how much fat going into peak week do you have left to lose, right? Technically, like I just mentioned before, all them factors, you don't want to enter a peak week or the final week before a show and still be digging for fat loss. The fat loss should already be done, And that final week should be a case of backing off, and your physique will just get better and go from strength to strength. So, do I think most of my body fat is off? Yeah, pretty much it is. There might be a little bit more, but I feel like every single bodybuilder is going to say that. There's always more fat to pull off, right? I'm not going to film when I'm doing my cardio, guys, actually, because I want to listen to podcasts or something, so I'm just going to place the camera down here. Woke up today. This is going to be my last, like I said, last cardio, potentially tomorrow, because I'm going to take a rest day. Definitely will be the last cardio tomorrow. As you can see, my face is pretty lean right now. Definitely got the diet face coming in, which is always a good sign. My body weight this morning was 158.6 pounds. I've not been like super digging. I've been running like moderate carbohydrates, I would say, around about 150 to 170 grams of carbs for a few days now. Calories are still relatively low. My protein's dropped down slightly, so calories are around about 1,700 because my fats are extremely low. That being said, yesterday I did 2,200, so a slight increase in terms of the calories and the carbohydrates. And yeah, what I would typically do in the past is I would deplete glycogen stores and deplete extremely, and then super compensate back up with a high carb day and a super high carbohydrate day, and a rapid backload is normally what I would like to do. Rapid backload is basically just rather than spreading your glycogen stores and carbohydrates out for over multiple days, you just kind of go in heavy right before the show. I don't really think I'm going to do that approach this time around. However, it might change. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I need to come up with the strategy that I'm kind of planning this week. And how you come up with that strategy, guys, is basically looking at all the data from previous peaks that you've done, not only in this prep, but in other preps based on similar conditions, similar body weights. That's all the data points that you have to go off, and then you make tweaks to that or run similar things. And then secondly is like, what is the state, the current state of the physique going into this next peak, right? So what I mean by that is, how fatigued is the physique? How much body fat is off the physique? How much body fat do you have on the frame, you know? What is the look that you intend on going for the show? Is it a more fuller look? Is it a slightly more conditioned look? These are all the factors that you have to factor in. And obviously this is part of the coaching process, guys. For me, I'm doing 2 different categories this time around on 2 different days. So I got to obviously factor that in. My first show, my amateur show on the Saturday, is men's physique. So it shouldn't matter too much because you want to present the best look. However, it slightly does because, for example, if I started filling out carbohydrates and I felt like I was filled out 70%, let's say, and I was doing a pump up and I did a full body workout maybe just before the show, in my upper body, that carbohydrate and glycogen stores have gone to my chest, to my shoulders, to my back, right? And because I've done the pump up with the carbohydrates and I've pushed that glycogen stores into that area, into that muscle, my legs might be flat. And then if I keep loading carbohydrates and I went and did a pump up in my legs, I'm pumping some glycogen stores there. So, and I don't want to fully peak my physique for that first show, guys, because I've got the show the very next day, which is arguably more important. I mean, I'm going to treat both shows the same. I want to present my best look for the Saturday, given the circumstances, and I want to present my best look on the Sunday, given the circumstances. But I have to be a little bit strategic in how I'm going to do that. But like I said before, where I'm not changing things drastic, I'm not having a peak week, or I'm just kind of gonna freshen up the physique, pull off fatigue, let my body slowly get better from strength to strength, and then adjust it every single morning, every single day, depending on how I'm looking and what I'm trying to do, given the current timeline of the week. Obviously, I have to travel on Tuesday, which is a long flight over to LA, guys. It's around about 20 hours total travel time. I got to fly to London, and then I'm going from London to LA. So I got like an 11-hour flight, stop over for an hour, and then another like 7-hour flight. So it's a long day of traveling, guys. So my main goal with that, again, is try and get on the timeline of the LA timeline as quick as possible. And again, limit the fatigue as much as possible, right? So what I've done in the past, typically, I use like that travel day as a rest day, of a day to dig off body fat and super deplete and keep the carbohydrates low. It's not really what I'm going to do this time around. We're probably going to be, like I said, we're going to be tapering up the carbs slightly, but it's going to be like normal days, guys. Like this next week, my intention going into it, like I said, it may change how my body's responding. This is about the reactiveness of a coach, knowing that the plan can change. But my first estimate about what I'm going to be doing is slowly tapering carbohydrates up day by day, maybe increasing by like maximum 50 to 100 grams, potentially holding. So if I feel like 200 grams, we're moving in the right direction, then I will keep at 200 grams of carbs per day. If I feel like I need a little bit more at the beginning of the week, I will start adding in. If I think I need more at the end, I will start adding in, or I will start tapering down. That's kind of basically how it's going to look, guys. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. I'll put maybe some clips on the screen now of me posing yesterday. I definitely, I'm looking at my physique now, like even in the mirror when I'm in the morning now, this morning. I didn't do a proper posing session or anything like that, just a quick look. Definitely happy with kind of how I'm looking. I'm happy with the look. I'm happy with my mindset going into this. I'm happy with everything where I'm at the moment, guys. Like it's really going well. Because you would have seen last week's video when the sickness I think I was dealing with, and it wasn't going as well then. But now the sickness seems to have almost fully gone away. Not fully 100%. I'm probably like 90%. I'm sure like a day or two more I'll be back to 100%. And yeah, now it's the game time, guys. Now it's like putting everything into practice, basically. Not doing different stuff, not changing different things. There's no magic pill. It's just a case of doing what you know that is right, given the day, given the circumstances, and keeping calm, keeping cool and collective. And that's what I am right now. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm excited to present this look, guys. Like, it's definitely, I said it at my last show, I believe in the Dubai show, like the look was going to be different. And I'll say it again now. The look is going to be different again, guys, in a very, very good way. It's definitely, I wouldn't say that it's like my most conditioned look, because I've been pretty conditioned in the past. But what I would say is my condition is very, very good right now. And it's definitely the most amount of muscle and detail that I've had on my frame at this current conditioning level. And one thing that I've not been doing is focusing on the scale weight too much, which is what I said I was not going to do, and I've not done that. And it's kind of like a tricky one in my head, guys, because I'm like, oh, my scale weight is like the lowest I've been before at previous worlds was 155. Now I'm like 158. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I should get to 155 or at least 157 or 156. But in my head, I'm looking at my physique at the same time. Like, Lewis, remember what you've talked about, like what you know is best. The look is good. The look is better right now. Why would you want to worsen that just to get a few pounds of scale weight down? It doesn't make sense. like at the end of the day, I don't really have a weight cap. I think the lightweight weight cap is like 165 pounds. I'm 158 pounds. So I don't think I have to worry too much about that. And doing all the things that I mentioned in this video about pulling off fatigue and all the rest of it, that is going to be water weight that's going to come off my body, guys. Fatigue is inflammation, right? So when I de-stress and back off the intensity and all the rest of it, I'm sure my scale weight's going to decrease anyway, but it's not going to come from a point of me doing a ton of cardio or dropping the carbohydrates to extremely low levels. It's going to come from different ways this time, and again, that is just going to present a way better look. I'll be more conditioned from my point right now just by doing all these things in a good way, and even increasing carbohydrates are going to help with that. This is my weekly video, keeping accountable to this YouTube channel. My plan of attack, I'll just let you know now, in terms of content. I do want to obviously bring the camera along for this trip. Not only the peak week and the traveling and the leading up to this competition, but following on from the competition, guys. I want to show you that being a bodybuilder, you don't have to weigh out your chicken and rice and oats immediately after the show is done. You can definitely enjoy some of the dirty cheat meals and the meals off plan while still staying in shape, and also traveling at the same time. Everything that comes with that, guys. I want to show that, and I bring that to the channel. So stay tuned, guys. Like, there's no real pressure with this content. I want to film what I want to film. There's going to be a lot less talking. That's something that I'm definitely intending on doing, guys. I know I've not done that in this video, but yeah, I'm going to be short clips, giving you a quick rundown where I'm at, what I'm eating. Like, I'm thinking about the traveling mostly when I'm talking about this now. Like, I'm in the airport, I'm having this meal, I'm feeling this way, heading to LA. You know, like, this kind of is my style and what I want to do with the content. And then obviously just snapping pictures, filming some gym stuff for Instagram, as always. I've always done that. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, guys, go and follow me at summers.93, because I am active and will be active on that during the trip also. And yeah, with the videos then, like I said, I don't want these videos to be super long. My plan is to film short clips, edit them quickly while I'm in America, and put the videos out so you can get like maybe not on the same day, but a pretty good close rundown on the lead up to what it's like to go to WNBF Worlds, what it's like to be a natural bodybuilder, and then post-show what I personally do. And that's different every time. Last time I finished my contest prep season, I was in Dubai. I was going through a breakup, guys, last year. So that looked a lot different than what this year is going to look like now. Being over in America, I've got a few things planned post-show, which I'm super excited for. I'm excited. It's going to be a very good trip, guys. I'm excited for the show and everything. That's like the business part of the trip. And then pretty much immediately after the show is done on the Sunday, I've got like a road trip planned the very next day. So we're going to be leaving early in the morning. And then, like I said, I've got a few things planned for a good week that I will be in America post-show, enjoying the good food, the downtime. I will be working while I'm away, doing the normal stuff, online check-ins, creating content as what I'm doing now here. But I will also be enjoying my time, the downtime. And then I'll be back to Dubai for the winter, guys, getting stuck back into my in-person clients, and then pressing on for next year, guys. You know, whatever the current plans are, whether I go into boxing or into an off season, I'm not too sure on that just yet. At the moment, it's looking like boxing. I haven't been obviously doing boxing of late for the last month. It's not in my immediate future right now. So if that's the case, I will be going into a bodybuilding off season, gaining weight, trying to build muscle. So that's something I have to think about. But as always, post-show, guys, I'll get into that in later videos. But what I like to do personally with myself and my clients is you're going to have like anywhere between 7 to 10 pounds of scale weight coming from inflammation, water retention, a little bit of muscle, and then mostly body fat. It's inevitably going to come on, whether you take 6-7 weeks to get that back on or you do it in a week, guys. It doesn't really matter that first like 10 pounds, I would say. Following on from that 10 pounds, of course, that's when you have to slow things down drastically and be a lot more careful and let your body and hormones just get back to a normal state, and that takes time. That could take anywhere from 3 to 6 months, or 2 months if you're really efficient with it and you do it relatively fast. Of course, if you keep gaining body fat and keep gaining weight, following on from that initial 7 to 10 pounds, you're just going to be recruiting body fat on, and you're actually going to mess up your hormones and you mess up your off season and everything else. But initially I like to get that 10 pounds, 7 to 10 pounds on relatively quick, which I'm sure I probably would be doing while I'm in America for that post-week following on from the show. Coming back to Dubai, I'll be probably 7 to 10 pounds up. That's kind of my plan anyway, already. And then it'll be back on a proper structured diet and focusing on my future goals from there. Anyway, guys, enough rambling from me. This has been a pretty long video already. In fact, let me check how long. 21 minutes just on this clip. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Sorry I not give you much content again here, but it will change in the next video. Heading out on Tuesday midday, I'll vlog the travel. See you in the next video, guys. Peace out. Alright, guys, looks like I won't be doing my cardio this morning because this gym is also closed until 10 o'clock. Normally it's open at 6 a.m. What is going on today, guys? It's 7:45 now, so yeah, no cardio for me, guys. What I'm gonna do probably is just a light walk, some steps. It's actually probably worked out better, guys. Saying I wanted to pull off the intensity and back off the training and cardio and the output, I can't even get in the gym to do my cardio, so it won't be happening, guys. Potentially tomorrow will be my last cardio day. So yeah, we're just gonna get a light walk in, like I said, get back, have some breakfast, cook my meals up, and then I'm gonna be heading to the gym. I'm in for shoulders and arms today. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, guys, because like I said, I'll be probably filming some clips today. I'll post that on there. Potentially I'll overlay on this video actually. But yeah, make sure you follow me on Instagram. See you later. Dubai in the winter, guys, is perfect weather. Life is good.